Hello, lovely people. I'm in the workshop today. I'm kind of circling around the toilet bowl in terms of what I'm doing with my life lately. Trying to design new all-road shit for hopefully a 32-inch front wheel. A lot's going on in my model space, but nowhere else. The tariff shit and all that has really clouded my decision making, and I'm not quite sure what all the ramifications are for me yet in terms of how I do my work. And anyway, so I'm just a little bit kind of floundering. Anyway, but things will move on. I've got a cool hydraulics project going on in the background. Hopefully I'll document that soon. But one thing that's been going on here at the university, I've been teaching a lot of welding for students. I've been kind of pitching it and trying to get them stoked on doing something. And here we are at the Rhino cart, and I've got this cool new addition. I have a plate here, if you look there, it overhangs, that attaches to the table. Okay, now I think obviously anybody would say, why do you need a welding table for your welding table? Well, it started with this, grounding. So grounding parts, obviously, when you're welding is not important, it's crucial to the function of the system. I found when there were times with this Rhino cart where I would get arcing on the table, and that arcing on the table was causing some scarring to the surface, and I didn't like that. I'm trying to preserve this surface as a tooling fixture as much as anything else, so that I can fixture weld stuff up, I can do tooling on it, I can do all kinds of stuff. So I don't want it all messed up with burns and shit like that. So in a rush, when I was doing a workshop for a large group of students here, I threw this A plate similar to this on the table so that I was gonna be doing my welding on the plate, not on the surface of the weld table. And because, of course, when a student is trying welding for their first time, there's some pretty big arcs that float around. So I didn't want that to happen to my nice surface. And that plate stayed on the table for a while and was just clamped in place. And it looked like crap. So I have a student coming in on Wednesday to do some more welding, and I decided I was going to fix up this surface. So I, precisely drilled some holes a foot apart and countersunk them so that they're nice on the surface. Found a decent plate, trimmed it up, cleaned up the edges so they're nice. Nothing real fancy, but it's just enough that most of your welding is going to be on this, which is cool. But more than all that, what was great once I went to attach it properly and everything like that, like I was just showing, this overhang, right? We want that overhang. This is really sick that it comes out a little bit extra, because one of the problems with these welding tables is, where do I put my legs, right? Like, I need a place to put them, and typically we've got a bunch of storage or welding machines under there. I need a place to put my legs. So now this table is a lot nicer to sit at when you're actually welding. Now, certainly you're not necessarily using the fixture component of it, but when you're just doing some regular welding, it's pretty nice now, and it's solid as a rock. I mean, this is 1/2 inch, 60-61. I don't know, it's probably 2.5 inches wide, probably 16 inches long. It's pretty cool, and I'm really excited about this as an addition to this area, because it definitely it needed something to make it nicer. Now it's actually kind of nice to sit at this table. And more, I can beat the crap out of this, and I can clamp it weird, and if I need to drill a hole here, I can drill a hole there, or just put a regular like pipe clamp or something like that over some setup that don't work readily on the fixture table without having this fancy fixturing around. maybe we can ghetto fabulous it over here. So I just wanted to show that because I know a few people have been listening to me about investing in one of these tables, and I think this type of addition is really worthwhile. So here, let me show you that. So where are we here? Whoop, okay, just a nice countersunk type thing there, just cleaning up the edges, nothing fancy. And I have enough room around the edges. I planned that one out so that I could actually table clamp on the table onto this plate, which is kind of handy as well. Yeah, this is cool stuff. I love these kinds of things where with a little bit of work, I actually made my life a million times nicer. So there you go. I'll post this up with some other information.